Hey there, I'm Daisy Whitney reporting for Beat TV in San Francisco at the 4A's conference. Just had the chance to talk to Jeff Cole, who is with the Center for the Digital Future at USC. Has a lot of great thoughts in terms of how teenagers and others are consuming media now and into the future and what that means for TV, advertising, and online video. Here he is. What is the digital future, Jeff?
The digital future is completely digital. We track all of these users all over the world and try to see how their lives change as they go online. And one of the big themes we see is we think all media survive. Most media survive as smaller players. We're already seeing that with theatrical film, which is a tiny business compared to what it used to be. Music will survive, but as a smaller business. Print will survive, but as a smaller business. The exception is television. And we really should create a better term than television, which to most people means the set in their home on a schedule. But television's really going to explode with growth because of online video. Our work shows 1975, the average American spent 16 hours a week in front of a screen. Last year it was up to 34 hours. We think it's going to grow to over 50 hours. Recent Kaiser study showed that teenagers, there's practically not a moment in their lives except when they're in school or they're asleep that they're not in front of a screen. So we think video is the one medium that's going to grow exponentially. We do think people will watch television on small screens in their pockets or purses, not just 2-minute clip packages, but 30 and 60-minute shows. At the same time as we're going to watch on the small screen, we're putting bigger and better screens in our homes than we've ever had before. But what's happening to television through online video is for the first time, and this is such a simple concept, but it's so important. For the first time, television's really escaping from the home. It never really existed outside the home until now. It dominated our at-home awake time, and if we wanted to carve out time at home to do anything, take a walk, take a nap, take a shower, we almost had to come from television. But now we're going to be watching television at the airport, waiting for a flight, on the airplane itself, in the back seat of our cars, hopefully not the front seat while we're driving. Television through online video is going to fill all the little spots in our lives.
Okay, so is mobile video a big growth opportunity
Mobile
then?
video is one of the only places television can grow because it couldn't grow anywhere else other than mobily. It already dominated our time at home while we were awake. So we think mobile video is an enormous growth opportunity.
So we're here at the 4A's. What does all of this mean for advertising? What do you see as the hurdles and the opportunities for advertisers in terms of participating in online video?
The good news for advertisers is our work and other people's work shows that if digital content's going to survive, it's going to be largely, not exclusively, but largely through advertising. I'm not a shill for the advertising business. I want to see digital content survive. So I want to see digital advertising survive. So I think that's the future of digital content, with some exceptions, where people see a unique value proposition they might be willing to pay for a subscription. The bad news, historically, for the 4A's has been the lack of engagement in advertising, and advertisers just don't want to pay anymore for the number of people who are watching American Idol. They want to know who's actually engaged in their ad. The potential of digital advertising through addressability, if we can deal with the privacy concerns, which I'm working on and lots of other people are working on, is to really create advertising where we can prove engagement, where consumers can receive ads that they actually find interesting and appealing and relevant. That's the hope or the dream.
So final question for you. What's the most eye-popping piece of data or research or anecdote that you've come across in terms of how we consume media?
The eye-popping thing I saw most recently was, we know around the world that teenagers can text at incredible speeds. There's contests that show how fast they can text. That now in South Korea, teenagers are actually buying USB adapters for their PCs where they have PCs, so they can actually write on a PC with a numeric keypad. They're so much more comfortable entering, where each key, depending on how many times you press it, is a different letter, than using a full QWERTY keyboard. That to me was pretty amazing.
That's pretty wild. Thank you, Jeff.